Welcome back to the secret underground lair. We're now starting on our cedar top based on some clear cedar or cedar we got from a utility pole. This is a very old utility pole, by the way, that we're using. It was put up in the early 30s. And at that time in this area, they were only treating the cedar pole on the part that was below ground. So this being an above ground portion of that pole was chemical free, which is unusual in what you can find in utility poles today or from the 50s forward. So this is a good clean piece of wood. So to start this operation, what I'm doing is I'm putting a little bit of shims underneath 3 of the 4 corners just to kind of get it level, reduce the stressing on the wood as I clamp it down. So this will give us a nice flat surface. I'm going to mill this down to pretty close to what I want it to be in terms of thickness, because this will be representing the top side, and the portion of the guitar that's going to be coming into here is only going to be about this far, if that much. So we're going to cut a lot of this away on the top. Get down to about 25 millimeters. We'll probably cut this down to about 28 millimeters. So we'll take about 3 millimeters off the other side. I may change my mind on that as I go, but that's kind of the general theory. So clamp this down and then we'll start planing it off. After our first pass, that's kind of the surface that we're dealing with. I do like the look of that green. It's pretty nice. The thickness of our blank at this point is about 33 millimeters. And I'm going to take off another 6 millimeters here, get us down to 27 millimeters. And then I can take about 2 or 3 millimeters off the other side. To give a smooth finish there. In fact, maybe I'll just go down, I may go one less than that. I'm going to go 5 millimeters further on this surface. The purpose of these blocks here on the corner is simply to provide a smooth offset so that when I do flip it over, I won't have any issues by clamping it on these edges here. This will keep it uniformly off the, at the right height. So I'll drop this down another 5 or 6. I'll think about that for a minute and then make one more pass. I'll do that off camera, then we'll flip it and start cleaning up the other side. Dust collection. Okay, what I've got is not perfect. It's better than nothing, but yeah, it does scatter an awful lot of stuff around still. Okay, one more pass. I'll be back when that's ready. All right, another pass made. Our top is now roughly 28 millimeters, much less of a spread along here, so this is good. So I'll unmount it, flip it over, put it down again, and then get this thing centered where I want it, so getting our locator pin holes in place, and then we can plane off the top surface before we start doing the contouring. So I'll flip the piece around and we'll get that ready. All right, I have our piece flipped over. Put the locator pins, the holes for the locator pins in place. And I was able to get the holes for the locator pin simply by using the test blank that we made. So I just laid this on top of our test piece and then drilled through our locator pins here and here to get us where we want to be. So I'm happy with the location now. Things are in place. And I then put in some more screws to hold it down firmly, of course embedded deeply, so I'm not going to run into them with a router. And now we're ready to do a little bit of surfacing on this top, what actually is going to be the underside, the inside of the guitar top. So I'm just going to set up the router level for that and give you a quick time lapse as we do a loop around this side. All right, I have the piece laid out again. The router's at the far end. It's going to move down to here when we start. I've drawn some pencil marks across the surface here just to make sure that we're going to take off everything that I want to take off. We're trying to get down to 38 millimeters from the surface of the table. That'll give us a top thickness of about 26 millimeters. So I might take 1 more millimeter off that when this pass is done, but let's see how we do with this arrangement. I'll put you on time lapse and away we go. So having made that pass, and you can see I haven't cleared off all the pencil lines, there's a little bit of groove. So it was just a very light pass that got rid of most of everything. But I'm gonna go down another 2 millimeters to get to the exact thickness that I want, and then we're ready to start profiling. So 1 more pass with the planing bit, and then we can get into some contouring. There is our blank, now ready for contouring. So this will be the inside. I'll get some bits changed and get some new G-code loaded in there and begin the process.